This is Josh from Tickled Ribs here, and what I'm here to do is tell you my top 5 fighting games of all time. I love fighting games. They get me angry, they get me mad, they make me want to punch someone in the face because I suck. But stay tuned, here is my top 5 fighting games of all time. Number 5 in my top fighting games of all time is Tekken 3, second greatest PlayStation game of all time in terms of ratings. Now the reason why I love this game is because you've got great characters. You've got King, you've got Jin, you've got Heihachi, and my greatest favourite character of all time in fighting games, the wonderful Yoshimitsu. Great character design, great combat style, and overall pretty violent for when it came out. My number 4 in the greatest fighting games, in my opinion, of all time is Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. Slightly controversial, as not a lot of people actually like that game, but for me it was the first game I actually ever owned. Now it doesn't have greats in there such as Vega or Blanca, but for me, just to have that at my PlayStation when I was 7 years old, which is the first game I ever bought, will instantly make it the 4th greatest fighting game, in my opinion, of all time. So, my number 3 in the greatest fighting games, in my opinion, of all time is Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Why? Well, because of the start. Shao Kahn has been rinsed. Now, this game just introduced the fact that game characters in Mortal Kombat that were good or evil could actually just completely die and be thrown out of the game completely. It was violent, it was gritty, it was just a nasty game. And in terms of fighting games, that's really what I wanted at that age. In my opinion, best Mortal Kombat game of all time. Right, my number 2 just missing out on the top spot. Now, unfortunately, I can only pick one game from this franchise, as is the rule. And now the game that is number 2 is Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai for the PSP. I can see a lot of eyebrows raised at the moment. Reason why I liked it was because for a Dragon Ball Z fighter game, it just had enough. All the others had far too much. This goes straight up to the point of Fusion Reborn, and it stops there. You don't have too many characters. It's absolutely stunning to play, and it was just so much fun. So if any of you, well, the 2 of you out there still with the PSP left, go buy Shin Budokai and let me know how you feel about it. The famous number 1 spot. What game is going to get it? Well, transcending history and a world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. Yep, Soul Calibur 2 for the Xbox. Now the reason why it's for the Xbox is because not only did you have characters like Nightmare, Astaroth, Maxi, Kilik, but on the Xbox you got Image Comics' greatest hero of all time, Spawn. Not only did you have great battles, you had swords, you had nunchucks, you had pulsar, you had everything in this game and a story mode to complete it. It was easily the greatest fighting game of all time, and to be fair, if I could get it right now, I would, but unfortunately don't have enough money in my bank account to buy it on the store on Xbox Live. Soul Calibur 2, you will eternally be the greatest fighting game in my heart of all time. That is my top 5 fighting games of all time. Now, a lot of you probably watching this right now are thinking I'm talking absolute crap, so please like, subscribe, and comment. Put your list in the YouTube comments. If I like it or I agree with you, I will happily do a segment on this. So thank you very much, guys. That's my top 5.